All right, very good. So let me start. Let me tell you about this unique program called Healthcare Systems Engineering. It's a graduate program at LMU. The picture that you see here is me when I had many more hair than I do now. Healthcare suffers from a lot of problems, and this is only a short list. One of the biggest problems in healthcare is that it's a highly fragmented system, fragmented at all dimensions. Doctors do not communicate well enough with nurses or with other doctors, with specialists, with laboratories, and so on. And because of this fragmentation, a lot of people suffer and some people die. Healthcare complexity is growing exponentially every year. We have revolutions going on in technology, in the IT area, in medical devices, in population health, in genetics. Genetic medicine is a hugely growing area. People in healthcare work very hard, but there is a huge waste in all operations. And patient safety systems are highly imperfect. Some estimates are that up to 700,000 people die every year from avoidable death. Neither medicine nor MBA nor MPH programs are equipped to handle these challenges, and this is where we come in. The field of healthcare systems engineering started in 2014 with this famous report published by the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology at the White House, which basically made an appeal for systems engineers to come to the rescue of healthcare. Systems engineering was a domain of knowledge artificially invented in the missile industry in the early 50s, when very smart people realized that those toys are too dangerous to just leave them to fragmented bodies of knowledge, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and so on. They realized that a new body of knowledge is needed, which would have the ability to integrate the fragmented pieces. And given the fragmentation in healthcare, systems engineering really took hold. So that's how it started. We immediately started our program. The focus of our program is on the health delivery systems in hospitals, including emergency departments and operating rooms, clinics, laboratories, clinical and imaging, pharmacies, and population health. The name systems engineering is historical. It's not really engineering. And there is practically zero mathematics in it, a little bit of statistics only. But because it started in the field of engineering, it served the missile industry, which is an engineering industry. The name has the word engineering in it. But it's really a powerful and rigorous streamlining and management of workflows and coordination. Okay? Very rigorous, logically rigorous, but not mathematical. Healthcare systems engineering as a body of knowledge is very large, and it includes all of those elements here: patient safety systems and quality systems, integration of fragmented elements, the healthcare IT, which is a hugely growing field, which integrates patients and providers and devices and processes, big data analytics with big data statistics driving medicine, population health, including preventive medicine and chronic care medicine, medical devices and integrated systems, modeling and simulations in healthcare. Lean is very popular and very advanced in healthcare, and that's about powerful streamlining of healthcare workflows, and of course, systems engineering, systems thinking, and project management. And so the comprehensive approach to healthcare systems engineering would include all of those areas. And I also just described our curriculum to you. So our curriculum teaches all of those areas. the healthcare systems engineering also means a process. It's a process, powerful step-by-step process for healthcare projects that combines lean, the ability to identify and remove waste, and systems engineering, which is the ability to integrate fragmented pieces. And I recently wrote a book on it. It's being published now. It should be out in end of March or early April on this process. Our program is quite unique. We have extraordinary faculty. Let me just mention some of them. Dr. Michael Kanter used to serve as the Executive Vice President for Patient Safety at Kaiser Permanente. Now he's the chair of the clinical department at the new Kaiser Permanente School of Medicine. Dr. Fullman used to be the medical director of that huge Kaiser Permanente West LA complex. Some of you may be Kaiser patients, so you know that complex. Dr. Jeff Weish used to be the president of Kaiser Permanente. Kevin Baldwin is the manager of the health IT at the UCLA Health. Hugh McManus comes to us from the MIT Lean Advancement Initiative Consortium. Dr. Movahedi comes to us from the Kaiser Permanente Orange County. Dr. Feinstein is a USC professor of surgery. So it's that caliber. Myself, I specialize in those areas. I wrote or co-wrote the books listed here. My area is lean and systems engineering. Our claim to fame is that we work very closely with the industry. Our students have completed just about 100 capstone projects in those affiliated healthcare institutions. Kaiser Permanente, who is our formal partner, UCLA Health, USC Keck, and County Hospital, Cedars-Sinai, Providence St. Joseph, Veterans Administration, Alta Med, and a whole bunch of smaller ones. Our motto is to provide the best courses possible, and I think we are successful in it, with the best instructors, teaching very practical knowledge. As I mentioned, we are in a partnership with Kaiser Permanente, and also Kaiser Permanente School of Medicine selected us for the dual degree of medical doctor and the Master of Science in Healthcare Systems Engineering. Interestingly, the best Chinese university, Tsinghua, adopted our Healthcare Systems Engineering graduate program. There is a huge need in healthcare industry for this type of knowledge that we teach. And again, our program offers great employment opportunities. It's a professional program. It's a very practical program. We must be doing something right. On a lighter note, at the end of the last semester, the students organized this little thank you session, which was a very pleasant element. But our students are happy in the program, I assure you. And if you like, I'll be delighted to put you together with some of our students so that you could talk to them directly. We offer the following educational options. Master's degree, you need 10 courses for it. If you pursue the LMU 4+1 program, then you take one course in your senior year under your undergraduate tuition in the spring semester, and then in the graduate program, you pay for only 9 courses. If you come to us from outside, you need to take 10 courses. We also offer a dual degree of MBA plus our master's. We also offer a 3-course certificate in lean healthcare. If you complete this certificate, you can then apply for a master's degree, and the courses from the certificate will be credited to your master's program, so you don't lose anything. You can also take one course at a time as a non-degree student. The applications are very simple. you need to have a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. Typically, students come to us from healthcare professions, from sciences, engineering, business, but we'll be delighted to evaluate your application if you come from a different background. You need to demonstrate an undergraduate GPA of 3 or better. We need 2 letters of recommendations. This is very important. We need an essay from you, written by you, demonstrating your passion for healthcare. We want to have only enthusiasts for the field of healthcare improvement. All applications are online. The admissions are rolling. You can apply at any time. The 4+1 students typically apply in the fall semester, but this year we are making an exception because of COVID, so you can apply this semester as well. International students need to show the language proficiency exam and the transcript equivalency. Typically, students enter the program in the second summer session, which starts at the end of June, and or in the spring semester. It's too late for this spring, so your next entry point is the summer session 2 of 21. And here is my contact. We have a very comprehensive web page. I really would like to invite you to peruse our web page. Just Google LMU HSE and we will come up in position number 1. Click on it and it will take you to this web page. So we have here a seminar on what is systems engineering, what is healthcare systems engineering. We have a wonderful seminar that students prepared about COVID. And all of those are tabs. You can learn about the objectives and outcomes, the videos, what the experts say about us, program distinctions, what the former graduates are saying. And then, of course, we describe the individual offerings, academic offerings. You can also read descriptions of all courses, and you can look up the faculty and advisors. Here is my contact. I would be delighted to talk to you now. I would be delighted to talk to you afterwards. So write down, please, this contact for me, or you can just find me from our webpage. And I'll be delighted now to open this to your questions. Does anyone have any question whatsoever about our program or about the field of healthcare systems engineering or anything related to it?
I heard you said that there is a dual degree with Kaiser Permanente. Can you explain a little more what that means?
Yes, this is an option not for our students. This is an option for the medical students of Kaiser Permanente School of Medicine. They can elect to get our master's degree during their gap year. So you would not benefit from it as an LMU student unless you get admitted to the Kaiser Permanente School of Medicine, and then of course you could select our program for the gap year. Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, I had a raised screen, a raised hand a moment ago, but I don't see it now.
That was me, sorry.
Oh, that was you, okay. Okay.
I was just wondering, I'm graduating in 2022.
Okay.
When would I apply?
You should apply in the fall of 21.
Oh, so next semester.
Next semester, right. And then take this one course under the undergraduate tuition in the spring semester. You graduate in May with your bachelor's degree, and automatically you transition to be a graduate student in our program, and you continue in the second summer session with the first of our courses.
Okay, and then in the scholarship meeting at 4 o'clock, you said something about how the class that you take spring semester, does that apply to our undergraduate degree?
no, it applies only to the graduate. In other words, the scholarship is to those of you who join our program, who are admitted into our program. So it's a little bit too early for you. If you have, let's see, yeah, I don't think you qualify because next year, if the scholarship is continued next year, you would qualify next year for that scholarship, not this year, because you are still a junior now.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anyone else?
Yeah, actually, I have another quick question. For the course that we take during the spring semester, our senior year, is it a specific course
Yes.
of the 10, or
Yes.
is it
Yes,
any
it
of
is.
the 10 you have to take?
It is an introductory course about healthcare. It's called Healthcare Delivery Systems 515. And it's a course which has as its aim a number of goals, number of aims. Number one is to tell you about healthcare is organized. What are the different fields of medicine? What are the different payment systems in the United States and abroad? How healthcare is organized as an industry. You know, in the US, we have a rich menu of healthcare institutions. We have government programs such as the VA and military health. We have the Obamacare, of course. We have the employer-provided healthcare. We have Medicaid-provided healthcare, and so on. So you learn about all of those. You learn about the biggest challenges in healthcare industry and how our program is responsive to those. You learn quite a bit about the vocabulary used in medicine. And basically, after that course, you can enter any hospital and any clinic, and you will be comfortable talking to the local people. You will know what the different areas of medicine are, what the signs on the doors mean, and so on. So this is to introduce you into the field of healthcare, and then in the subsequent courses, you study in detail the different areas of the healthcare systems engineering field.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And what's the name of that course?
Healthcare Delivery Systems, the number is 515. And by the way, it's taught by two extraordinary instructors, Dr. Fullman and Dr. Feinstein. As I mentioned, Fullman was the medical director of that Kaiser Permanente medical center on La Cienega. When you drive by on Freeway 10, you pass by it. At one point, he had 8,000 doctors working for him and 200,000 patients. And he's a fantastic expert. And Dr. Feinstein is his number two, was his number two, and now serves as the professor of surgery at USC, in the USC Keck School of Medicine. And Fullman now is the director of a large equity company, medical equity company. So high caliber, experts with high caliber instructors.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay, if there are no questions, then feel free to copy my email and phone number. That's my cell phone. I'm trying to be quite responsive to students, and just contact me, please. I'll be delighted to chat with you.
Sorry,
Okay?
I guess I missed the scholarship session. Are you able to talk a little bit more about the Together Scholarship?
Yes, so the Together Scholarship is intended for the LMU students who are continuing from their undergraduate program into our program. And in order to be eligible, you need to be a senior now and graduate from the undergraduate program in this spring or in the fall semester. When you enter our program, you have to be a full-time student, and at the graduate level, full-time means you need to take at least 2 courses per semester, and then you qualify for that scholarship. And the scholarship is $10,000. You get 5,000 in the fall and 5,000 in the spring. This scholarship does not apply to the students who come from outside.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay, if not, I'll be delighted to follow up with you individually after this session. Have a wonderful evening and stay safe, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.